Morning, folks. It's Wednesday the 26th, and this is my day 4 on the Roost Trail. Starting off in Craigleith and hopefully making my way to Owen Sound. So a bit of an update. Although the weather didn't mention anything, it poured rain yesterday as I was trying to make my way to someplace to camp, and so I had to take shelter at a ski resort, which luckily had a building with an overhang, so I was able to kind of wait out the rain for a little bit. But then of course I had to pitch my tent somewhere and spend the night, and it was rough. It was cold. The camp blanket that I have and sheet was more than enough last summer, but last night it got pretty cold, well, chilly at least, so I was falling asleep, waking up, falling asleep, waking up. So yeah, not off to a really good morning so far. Got about maybe 1.5K in so far this morning, and I'm in the Wodehouse Karst forested area. And according to the Roost Trail app, I have about 39 kilometers to go to the Ambrose camp, which is a free overnight rest area on the trail. There's a couple minor shortcuts that I can take. One side trail that should save some time and distance, but I did get a nice early start today, so we'll see how far I get. That's about it for right now. We'll check in later, and stay tuned. See ya. And just as one additional side note, the area that I had to pitch my tent was really gravelly, and I couldn't stake it down very well. So needless to say, it was a very, very loose pitch. And between that and the temperature change, my tent was completely soaked. So I did have a quick drying towel with me. That was a last minute add to my gear when I left, which was a very good thing. But even after wringing that out, it still had to be packed wet. So hopefully I get to Ambrose camp in time to let it air out and dry it out again. And yeah, enjoy. Just to show you guys what I'm looking at this morning. And there's the trail. So that's where I just came down, and that was interesting coming down with trekking poles. But this is pretty cool. And you can probably hear some water down in the distance. Hopefully I'll be heading there next, because I'm down to my last 1.5 liters. Never knew that Ontario could have such places. It's awesome. Hey guys, I'm going to try and get this on film for you and walk a little bit while managing my trekking poles at the same time. But got this huge rock wall that I'm going by, and then you have all this. So just a small taste of the scenery and also the terrain that we have to go through. You can see that these rocks continue on, and this is currently the Wodehouse Creek Management Area. I'm about halfway through it. There, just a small taste. Check in again later. Hey there folks, Mike here. Just a little bit of a recap of what you just finished watching. Earlier in their video, you would probably see me limping along, and needless to say, the pain that I was feeling in my feet from the blisters that were getting worse, the pain itself was actually getting worse as well. So short video, short day on the trail, only did about 15 kilometers, and needless to say, prime example of how it would be a really good idea if you had somebody at home or somebody that you maintain contact with as you hike, just somebody that can take a little bit of a load off of your concerns or your worries when you're on the trail. Luckily for me, I have my wife at home who was able to go through like list of bed and breakfasts and hotels that were in the area, and not just found one, but found one that offered pickup and drop-off service. And huge thanks to Jean-Claude at 21 North Bed and Breakfast. His contact information and link to his B&B site is in the description below. If you're in the Epping or Beaver Valley area and you need a place to stay, highly recommend his bed and breakfast, and he's a fantastic host. Needless to say, folks, foot care is going to either make or break your hike. I have tried out some new socks, I think it was, and whether it was the socks or the combination of the weather, and I honestly don't know what it was that specific trip that was just causing this kind of pain in the blisters that I saw, or that I got. Anyways, folks, as you saw, I made it to Epping. There's not much there other than the boarded up church that you saw. The next video picks up exactly where I left off in Epping, and carries on to the Ambrose camp and the border between Beaver Valley and Sydenham sections of the Bruce Trail. Thanks for watching again. Like, subscribe. Any questions or comments that you may have, please leave them below. I'll get back to you just as quick as I can. Questions about gear, trail conditions, best time to go, difficulties, ask away. I'll be more than happy to help. Hope to see you out there.